Chapter 57. The Life-Executing Blade. Buzz, buzz, boom, boom. The heavenly execution stone bloomed with dazzling purple light over and over again, impacting the heavenly Zun divine seal. The heavenly Zun divine seal blossomed with dazzling black light, completely suppressing it. No matter how much the heavenly execution stone released its aura, however, the heavenly Zun divine seal was always able to suppress it. Even the heavenly punishing earth-destroying stone rushed against the heavenly Zun divine seal time and time again, but the heavenly Zun divine seal's suppression power was even greater, suppressing the heavenly punishing earth-destroying stone time and time again. Perhaps it was the first time he had encountered such a tough opponent. The heavenly execution stone defiantly kept on trying. Roar! The heavenly execution stone even let out a loud roar. Steeply, a rift split from the center of the boulder, as if it was going to devour the heavenly suppressing divine seal. The previous suppression might have been the heavenly Zun divine seal fooling around, but at this moment, the heavenly exterminating stone was actually so impolite that the heavenly Zun divine seal suddenly blossomed with 100 times the previous backlight. Boom! It blatantly suppressed on the heavenly execution stone. Buzz, buzz, buzz. The heaven execution stone was instantly unable to move. Boom, boom, boom. The heavenly suppressor divine seal was unforgiving, and the force of suppression grew larger and larger, and the heavenly execution stone was somewhat unable to resist for a moment. Buzz, a wisp of Guhai's consciousness, formed a conscious body and appeared on the side. It's only you who made it. Nothing to mess with the heavenly suppressor god seal. Guhai revealed a cold smile. Roar, roar, roar. A burst of anxious defiance came from the heavenly execution stone. Buzz. Guhai's wisp of consciousness body instantly scurried towards the heavenly execution stone. It instantly drilled into the interior of the heaven execution stone. Roar, roar, roar. Amidst the anxious roar of the heavenly execution stone, heavenly suppressing god seal, continue to suppress it for me. I want to refine it, Guhai said in a deep voice. Boom! The heavenly suppressing god seal steeply became more powerful. The heaven suppressing stone trembled crazily, as if it was resisting, as if it was rebelling. Guhai refined it for 3 days. 3 days later, Hu, a stone in a latrine, stinky and hard. No wonder those supreme powers didn't refine you. So you couldn't refine at all. Your consciousness has fused with the stone body. Guhai's voice came out with a hint of unwillingness. Since I can't peel off your body of consciousness, forget it. My body of consciousness is fused with you. Buzz. The strand of consciousness body that Guhai had detached slowly melded with the heaven-destroying stone. This fusion was 10 days worth of time. Roar. The heaven execution stone once again let out a roar. Poof! In the outside world, Guhai's physical body was steeply spitting out a mouthful of blood and staring wide-eyed. A wisp of my consciousness. Instead of failing to refine you, you even ate it. Backfired and damaged my mind and spirit. Guhai revealed a hint of shock. Wrong. Guhai's eyes steeply narrowed slightly. Although his own wisp of consciousness body had been eaten, it seemed to feel a trace of closeness with the heaven-destroying stone. Closeness, a feeling of closeness. Guhai raised an eyebrow. Guhai was affectionate towards the heaven-executing earth-destroying stone, and the heaven-executing earth-destroying stone also had a trace of affection towards Guhai. Sky execution stone, Guhai called out. But the heaven execution stone didn't pay any attention. Guhai's eyes narrowed slightly. Intimacy. There's only a hint of it. You still ignore my closeness. Hey, fine. Later, I'll make you pay heed to it. Only after being bullied ruthlessly will you appreciate the benefits of this wisp of closeness. Heavenly Zun divine seal. Teach it a hard lesson for me. Boom, 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 boom. The heavenly Zun divine seal began to suppress it inhumanly. Roar, roar, roar. The heavenly exterminating stone seemed to be in the midst of a depressed roar, but the heavenly's undivine seal simply ignored it, suppressing, and constantly bullying the heavenly exterminating stone in the midst of the heavenly exterminating stone. Gu Hai waited patiently, outside the original Dragon Vein city. After Gu Hai and the other group of cultivators left, a new group of cultivators quickly ran in. After all, Ghost had made too much of a commotion, and countless powerhouses in the world had caught wind of it. The scene was horrifying, as there were 10,000 miles of bare earth. One cultivator after another eagerly wanted to find someone to understand the situation, but the previous batch had long since left clean. Li Shenji stood at a valley, coldly looking at the countless cultivators in front of him. "My lord, are you really going to do this?" A subordinate said doubtfully. "That's right. Put out the word that Gu Hai went through everything, and that Gu Hai even got the treasure that seals the bane." Li Shenji said coldly. "Got what treasure?" "HM." Li Shenji's face sank as he looked at the subordinate. "What your excellency means is to plant it. Whatever. Even if there's nothing at all. So what? Just create trouble for Gu Hai. Moreover, the countless new cultivators, even if they turn around and pry into the real news, they will only be more certain that we planted the evidence." Another subordinate said in a deep voice. Li Shenji nodded, clearly meaning this, just as the three of them were plotting how to cause trouble for Gu Hai. Shoo! Steeply, a figure in the distance quickly flew in and landed in the valley where Li Shenji was. It was a grey-clothed cultivator with an ordinary appearance. The clothes and sword were all extremely ordinary, so ordinary that it was someone who couldn't even be found when thrown into a crowd. "Hey!" Li Shenji's face sank. "Who are you?" The two subordinates also had cold faces and drew their swords. "Great Qian Dynasty, Knight Divine Guard, 100 households." "Greetings to Lord Li Shenji Li," the grey-clothed cultivator solemnly said. "Knight God Guard." The two subordinates' faces changed. Knight God Guard, a secret organization of the Great Qian Dynasty, responsible for collecting information from all over the world and passing it on to His Majesty. Responsible only to His Majesty. Li Shenji's eyes also narrowed. "I was also in Dragon Vein City before the patch came out. Or rather, I was in Dragon Vein City from the time Lord Li set up a scheme to lure Gu Hai into a jar and design Xiyan and Qinzi Bai too. Kill Gu Hai," the grey-clothed cultivator respectfully said. Li Shenji's eyes narrowed. After handing it out, the grey-clothed cultivator stepped away, disappearing into the crowd in the twinkling of an eye. Night God Guards. How could there be a Night God Guard? How did he know we were here, and knows what we're going to do? A subordinate said with an ugly face. Li Shenji's face was gloomy as he watched the Night Godly Guard leave. Hey, my Divine Mechanism Battalion. Someone is actually starting to eat their way out. Li Shenji's face was grim as he said, "My lord, it wasn't me, my lord. It's definitely not me. It should be someone else. I've always been by your lordship's side." The two instantly gambled and swore. Li Shenji's face was gloomy and did not continue to dig deeper, but instead took a deep breath to press down the anger in his heart. Turning his head, he looked towards the north. "Holy decree, my lord." The sun knows the news so quickly, and passed on the decree so quickly. "How could it be so fast?" a subordinate said blankly. "The Night Divine Guards have their own set of methods for transmitting messages." Humph! Li Shenji let out a cold snort. Slowly, Li Shenji opened the holy decree. Looking at it, his face sank. "My lord, what did the saint say?" Taking a deep breath, Li Shenji looked to the east and let out a long, unwilling breath. "Hey, although the saint didn't say it explicitly, yet, I understand that it's knocking me down. Hehe, Gu Hai, you're really lucky." "Huh." The duo revealed a wave of bewilderment. The previous plan is cancelled. Don't plant evidence on Guhai 4 now. Li Shenji said in a cold voice. Yes, gather the others and prepare to head to Chogai. Li Shenji said in a deep voice. Yes, my lord. What are we doing in Chaogong? His Holiness's decree has asked me and Guhai to escort Long when you to Metropolis City to represent the Great Qian dynasty and go on a mission to the Great Yuan Imperial dynasty. Li Shenji said in a deep voice. Escorting County Lord Wenyu, going on an envoy to the Great Yuan Imperial dynasty. I see, and it was also my poor consideration. Hey, your Holiness blames me for setting up this deadly situation without regard for the safety of County Lord Wenyu. Li Shenji's brows furrowed into a Chuan character. Escorting County Mistress Wenyu. Guhai is also going. Who's the main one then? A subordinate said blankly. Long Wenyu. Li Shenji frowned. Our County Lord Wenyu. Then isn't County Lord Wenyu listening to our brother-in-law? Then wouldn't we still be subject to Guhai? Li Shenji's face was gloomy as he said. So, this is His Holiness hammering me. Hey, well, go summon them, yes. The duo nodded with displeased faces. The duo left, but Li Shenji twisted his head to look in the direction of the crowd. Night God Guards, hey, you guys are really everywhere. I only wonder if there are any of your men around Guhai. Li Shenji whispered with a hint of irritation. Guhai's flying boat was about to arrive at Kaoj. Rumble. After a burst of suppression from the Heavenly Zun Divine Seal, it came to a steep stop. Woo-woo. The Heavenly Execution Stone is out a whimpering sound. It seemed incomparably aggrieved. It had been bullied miserably these days. Heavenly Execution Stone, well, I've stopped the Heavenly Zun Divine Seal. It won't bully you now, Guhai softly said. As he spoke, he took out the Heavenly Execution Stone, while a large amount of metal, sword fragments appeared in his palm all of a sudden. It seemed to fill the entire room. Buzz. The heaven-punishing stone slowly cracked out a fissure. Swoosh. All the metal fragments were instantly sucked into its mouth. Woo. Can you change shape? Guhai asked softly. At this moment, Guhai's words seemed so much smoother. The Heaven Execution Stone actually didn't refuse. Huyu. Guhai took out a model of a long knife. It's the shape of this knife. Please, morph it. Guhai said in a soft voice. It was as if he was coaxing a small child. Woo-woo. After a whimpering sound from the Heaven Execution Stone, it abruptly released a purple thunderbolt. Boom. The long knife was instantly blown to pieces, and was then swallowed by the Heaven Execution Stone's cleft with a suck. Following that, the Heaven Execution Stone slowly deformed. It slowly coalesced and slowly thinned. Guhai waited patiently, and this wait was 10 days. In the outside world, it was already at the Kaoj, but, with Guhai in seclusion, no one dared to disturb. 10 days later, the Heavenly Execution Stone completely morphed, turning into a long purple blade, shaped much like the Tang blade Guhai had seen on Earth, but longer. Buzz. The Heaven Execution Stone trembled slightly. It was completely set. Slowly, Guhai held it in his hand. Then, from today onwards, you'll be called Life Execution Sword. Don't worry, I'll keep sharpening you, and one day, you'll not lose to the Immortal Execution Sword. A hint of anticipation flashed in Guhai's eyes. Buzz. On the Life Execution blade, a steep stream of lightning flowed through it, as if it was answering the drink of this closest person.